My topic choice for this speech is the effects on drugs and alcohol in the body. Many Americans consume alcohol on a daily or weekly basis, and even though drugs are illegal, they're accessible and they consume them as well. But just because alcohol and drugs, or just because alcohol is legal and drugs are accessible, does not mean they're not bad for you. Even though no one has ever died due to certain drugs and alcohol is legal, alcohol and drugs are bad for the body and can cause long-term damage because studies that have been conducted with alcohol and drugs and many deaths and many problems that people have experienced. People have experienced many problems and deaths due to alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs can cause many long-term problems, loss of brain cell damage, and even cancer. Americans should never partake in drinking excessively or taking drugs of any type. Alcohol and drugs may cause long-term problems. Some of these problems can be high blood pressure, liver disease, and seizures. While some of these symptoms are controllable, cancer and heart or respiratory failure at any time cannot be controllable. After years of alcoholism and or heavy drinking, people can develop liver disease. This can lead to cirrhosis of the liver, cancer of the liver, which can lead to a transplant or death if the person is not able to obtain a liver. Mixing drugs with alcohol can be even worse. Drugs can lead into long-term effects such as paranoia, psychosis, and even seizures. Alcohol and drugs can lead to loss of brain cells and memory impairment. While under the influence of alcohol and drugs, one experiences impairment of a certain degree. Depending on how much alcohol you partook in, or depending on what kind of drugs you may have taken, drinking alcohol or taking drugs can cause brain cell loss, and brain cells are something you're never going to gain back. 99% of the time, during consumption of large amounts of alcohol and or drugs, or not large amounts of alcohol, just, depending on what kind of drug you take, a person will not remember what happened during consumption. This is another part of memory loss when it comes to drugs and alcohol. Long-term alcohol and drug use can lead to cancer. While only about 2 to 4% of cancer cases are caused by drugs or alcohol, you still put your life at risk by participating in these activities. Alcohol can cause liver, colon, stomach, and pancreas, and lung cancer. Drugs can basically cause the same type of cancers. Smoking marijuana can lead to lung cancer, emphysema, things like that. We all know cancer is treatable but not curable, and it's not a pretty sight when it's treatable. To possibly prevent contracting your cancer risk, limit your alcohol consumption and never partake in any drug use. In conclusion, alcohol and drugs can ruin people's lives. I've seen it happen myself. They can lead to things like long-term problems, cancer, and even brain cell loss. Through studies and experiences, that alcohol and drugs have done all of these things and even caused death. Some people just don't care. Tobacco and alcohol use are one of the leading causes in America for death nowadays. Maybe one day there will be a solution to these problems, but until then, be responsible.